Everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Bill. In case you're clicking this video for the first time, you are very much welcome. Christmas is here and there is no way I could leave oxtail stew out of the Christmas menu. This one is super simple. The oxtail comes out so tender, so yummy, and the sauce, guys, the sauce is packed with so much flavor. This one is so good. Everyone is going to love this. There is no way this one is gonna miss on your table this Christmas season. Everyone is gonna enjoy it. You can serve this with some rice, some garlic, or some chapati, or whatever you like. It takes several hours to prepare this amazing oxtail stew, but let me guarantee you, at the end of it all, you are really going to love the outcome. So the recipe is super simple. I've listed the ingredients in the description box down below. Don't forget to check on that. So without saying more, let's get started. So here I have 1.5 kgs of oxtail. This is very fresh and I've cleaned it really nicely, so make sure you've cleaned yours as well. And as you can see, my oxtail has some excess fat, so we're just going ahead to remove all that fat because we don't need it in our stew. So just make sure you've cut out all that excess fat because we don't want our stew to be too greasy. So just make sure you've done this process for all the oxtail pieces, and once you're done, just place it aside. And as you can see, we have some excess fat here, so you can use this to make some stock, or you can just discard it if you don't want to use it. So next, let's quickly marinate our oxtail meat. So I'm just going ahead to add some paprika, cayenne, black pepper, and salt. I'm also following that with some crushed garlic and crushed ginger, and I'm also using some dark soy sauce. So just go ahead and mix that with your hands. Make sure that all the oxtail pieces are coated. So guys, remember to check the measurements of the ingredients I've used to marinate the oxtail in the description box down below, because I'll get some of you asking where is the measurement. So just remember, I've listed everything in the description box down below. So just cover your bowl and place this in the fridge. Let this rest for at least 30 minutes before we go to our next step. And our oxtail is ready to cook. Just remove that paper, and as you can see, everything looks nice at this point. So for our next step, we're just going to brown them. So just going to have a big pot like this, and then you're going to put it over medium heat. You will add some vegetable oil, and then you're going to add the oxtail one by one. We're just going to brown this on all sides while turning. This may take about 5 minutes. So browning really helps the meat have that rich deep meat color, as you can see here, and also gives you a lot of flavor and aroma, which everyone will love in this oxtail stew. So as you can see, we have nicely browned our oxtails. You're just going to remove them from the pot, set them aside as we go to our next step. So here are all the ingredients that we are going to use for our stew. I've already prepared them, so I'm just going to take you along through them when we are cooking. I'm also having some dry herbs here and also a beef cube. So for our first step, we're going to add some onions, and I'm using one medium white onion. You can use red onions if you have. So just going to use the same pot that we used earlier. As you can see, it has some oil. You'll just add the onions. You're going to saute that for about 30 seconds. Next, you will add some crushed garlic and ginger. So I'm using a teaspoon each of crushed garlic and crushed ginger. Just go ahead and continue sauteing that until everything is nicely browned. Next, you're going to add some bell peppers. So I'm using a 1/4 cup each of red and yellow bell peppers. I'm also using a 1/4 cup of carrots. So just go ahead and mix that well. Cook this for at least 1 or 2 minutes. Next, we will add the tomatoes. So I'm using 2 large chopped tomatoes. I'm also going to add some tomato paste. I'm using 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Go ahead and add it to your pot. You're going to cook this until your tomatoes are tender. And once that is done, you just go ahead and add a teaspoon of paprika powder, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and a tablespoon of salt. Go ahead and mix that well for about 30 seconds. Next here, I'm adding some brown sugar. I'm using 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, you can use granulated sugar. So the reason why we're using sugar is because it helps reduce the acidity that's in the tomatoes. I know many of you out there will be wondering, why are we adding sugar? So trust me guys, you won't even feel the sweetness in this tea. Just go ahead, mix everything for about a minute, and as you can see, everything looks nice. So now we're just going to add our oxtails back to the pot. Once you're done, we are going to add some water. So we are going to need a lot of water. For mine, I used 6 cups of water because we're going to boil this for at least 6 hours. So those of you who have a pressure cooker, this is the best time to use it, which will quicken this boiling process. But since I don't have a pressure cooker, I'm just going to cook mine in my pot, and I'm going to leave this over medium heat for at least 6 hours because we need the meat to be so tender and the meat just falls off the bone. And I know guys, 6 hours is long, but trust me, once everything is ready, you're going to have a very yum meal that everyone is gonna love. So before we cover our pot, I'm just going ahead to add 1 sprig of fresh rosemary leaves, 2 sprigs of fresh thyme leaves, 1 dry bay leaf, and I'm also using 1 beef cube, which actually adds a lot of flavor. So just add everything to your pot, give that a quick mix. Once you're done, you're just going to cover your pot. You're going to let this boil for at least 6 hours guys, or until the meat is tender. And our oxtail meat is ready, and guys, the house smells so amazing. As you can see, it looks so good. The water has reduced to half of the size that we added, and as you can see, we have an amazing sauce. The meat is tender, everything looks amazing guys. This one tastes as amazing as it looks. So just go ahead and remove those rosemary and thyme sprigs, and we'll also remove the bay leaf. And that's just it guys. That's how easy it is to make oxtail stew at home. As you can see, the stew looks mouth-watering. Everyone is gonna love it. The sauce is packed with so much flavor. Everyone is gonna love every bit of this. And oh, if you love tender meat, this one here is tender meat. The meat just falls off the bone. You can just go ahead and serve it with whatever you like. I like serving mine with some rice. You can serve it with some mashed potatoes, some ugali, some chapati. So go ahead and try this, and I hope everyone enjoys this as much as I did. And that's what I'm making today guys. Thank you so much for watching this amazing recipe video. As you can see, this oxtail stew looks amazing, and the sauce from this guys, it's packed with so much flavor. Everyone is gonna love this. Go ahead and make this for your family or your friends this Christmas season. I guarantee you everyone is gonna be asking for more. So go ahead guys, give it a try, and as usual, if you make it, don't forget to tell me how yours came out on the comment section down below. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more of my amazing recipes. We can always connect on Instagram or on TikTok at Pills_kitchen. So till my next video guys, bye.